the individual who handed down the original indictment against McGraw, he doubled down and said, this is, Libya did it. We know, we have no doubt that they did it. And I'm saying that's just absolutely false. Just because there's just so much circumstantial evidence that goes beyond circumstance when you look at that flight, and then the people that went down on that flight. You have the U.S. ambassador to Beirut was supposed to be on that flight. His flight was scheduled the day before and canceled the morning of. So he was supposed to be scheduled on that flight. One of the two individuals who was tracking Imad Muniyah, who was Hezbollah's master terrorist, taken out in 2008. One of two individuals that was tracking him, Charles McKee. The other individual is Bob Baer. He's written 3 great books. He went down in that flight. When they went to clear out Charles' apartment in Beirut, he had it rigged. Luckily, he had taken away the detonation, but he had a claymore there sitting ready for if anybody came in that door, he was going, because he knew he was being hunted as well. Okay. Another CIA individual went down in there. I know somebody personally, another CIA member who had a friend that went down on that plane. And then the one that is the most distressing out of all is that there was a Department of Justice individual who was in Beirut who had just been investigating the ambassador's inner circle because there was a concern within the embassy that there was a major security leak that was leading to the Beirut hostage crisis. That was every time an American stepped off a plane, if it was an AP journalist, whether it was a priest, they were getting snatched up. Okay, so they believed that there was somebody within the embassy that was feeding this intelligence to Imad Muniyah, okay, who was running this this kidnapping ring in coordination with the Islamic Republic. So the Department of Justice individual who was sent over to investigate all this, he was basically at the end of his findings, he was going back to report on who he suspected was the mole, and they suspected that it was an individual that was part of the ambassador's security detail. So that shows you another one that gives me, it just sets off alarm bells that this.
Absolutely.
And yes, he would have been booked under a pseudonym, but also if there was somebody that was working in the mole as a mole in that embassy, he would have known that the flight, that the ambassador was going back to the United States for Christmas, because we're talking December 21st. They're going back for the holidays. And on that flight, Pan Am was the commercial airline that the U.S. agencies tended to use flying out of London to bring people back to the United States. So I think there was some intelligence there as to this is a good flight to hit. We only have one bomb left, but this is a strategic win instead of just a response. And it was a strategic win for them.
And that's fascinating. I really look forward to your upcoming book.